I would like to introduce you to the intro. This bad girl right here. Ooh. Bet you can't guess what her name is, can you? Go on. Got it yet? Do you? Well, I'm not going to tell you. You're just going to have to figure it out. I bought this as a gift for my wife about 2 years ago. Started on it. Brought it home. Didn't forget about it. Just got real busy and stuff. But some of the original footage I either don't have, I lost it, it didn't translate, or maybe I just didn't even shoot it. I don't remember. All I know is I'm trying to make you guys a video and I don't have it. So I'm gonna make up for it right now. When she first came home, she looked and she smelled like a 1973 dive bar. We, as in me and the guy that sold it to me, we had to covertly sneak this thing home from San Marcos, which is, an hour and a half away from me. But you know, with phones and location and all that crap these days, you can't do cool, sneaky, sweetheart stuff anymore because everybody knows where you're at and they know what you're doing. So there you have it. That's your intro. I hope you dig this. Super happy with the way it came out, but you can judge for yourself. And her name is... As you can see, we have successfully removed this decades-old synthetic walnut veneer horse glue stinking like pee, whatever it was. And we did it the hard way. Scraped it all off by hand. There's still a little bit of residue on here that I need to get removed. Did a little bit of mask here. I think masking off the chrome strips before we do the metal flake is going to be the best way to do it. Either way, they need to be protected, so we got to go ahead and protect those. I looked at the inside of this machine, trying to figure out the best way to remove screws, maybe remove this outer panel on both sides. And it seems like that's going to be way more work than I want to do. So we're just going to go ahead and mask everything off, make sure it's protected, and then we'll start our process: surface prep, primer, base coat, flake, and clear coat. Got a little overzealous removing that veneer. I had ordered a heat gun, which was supposed to be here hours ago, and it didn't show up, and I didn't want to wait. So that's where we're at with that. So I'm going to go ahead and time lapse this and get to it. course, the packages get here like right now. Mask it off, leave it alone, do surface prep. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to do some red scuff pad, not only to prep the surface and give it some tooth for the primer to adhere to, but there is a little bit of glue residue on there. So I'm going to see how far I can get with some red pad, and if not, then I'm going to have to go ahead and see what grit sandpaper is going to work on that. So this is the boring part. This is going to take forever. But I am gonna do one panel at a time just to see how it turns out. I will prep it, prime it, probably scuff it again, base coat, flake, but I'm gonna hold off on the clear. The 2K clear that we're using today, or when we get around to it, it's only good for 24 hours once you mix it. You can slow that down a little bit by putting it in the refrigerator. But I just want to get both panels ready to go, and I'll clear them both all at the same time. So here we go. The old Craigslist rebuild. Oh, there you go.
So now that the clear is on, what's the next steps for the jukebox?
I think we're going to try to get it home. And then the back part of the cabinet is like this pukey brown color. That needs to go. And there's a couple little inlays and stuff that need to be painted. I haven't decided yet if I want to pinstripe it or do a diamond pattern or something. I'll find out here once I get all this off. I should probably cut this off. Hey guys, check out this sweet little rig right here. This was a gift from my wife eons ago. As a matter of fact, before we get started, why don't you take a look at some prior footage of us doing a little rehab on this thing. And what you're going to notice is there's some paint work going on. Let me show you what we got going on here. So we metal flake the sides of these. Let's see if you can see better with the light. There you go.
So we metal flaked the sides of these, painted the back cabinet black, did a little trim work right there. So slowly but surely we're in the process of rehabbing this thing. Things yet to come. We're gonna get some paint work in here, might do some hand laddering. What the hell is hand laddering? We're gonna do some hand lettering for the title cards. And if you notice, they're actually good to go. This bad boy still works. She's loaded up with all the good stuff. She even has a little LED light kit in there. But we're gonna take care of some other stuff, but today we're gonna do something about these grills. They're terrible. They're awful. They're downright unpleasant. Once upon a time, I gave them the scuff treatment. So today, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean them up, vacuum them, tape them off, and somewhere, there it is, we got some metallic copper finish. So we're gonna bring those things back up to life. Now we're not going for like a Concord restoration on this thing. We just want to make it look cooler than it already does. For example, excuse my sniffles, this chrome that's all jacked up, we might just throw some peel and stick chrome on there. I don't know. You're just gonna have to wait and find out. But we do have some little things to do here and there. So while I get this thing all prepped up and ready to go, why don't you guys take a look at the footage that we shot previously, and by previously I mean 2 years ago, but better late than never, right? So hope you enjoy it. Check it out. I'm gonna get this thing ready to go and we'll meet up. Sorry to interrupt. Holy crap, I have no hair. Did you know? Ah, you knew. Anyway, I just keep it short, you know. Portable vacuum cleaner for those little jobs. I'm gonna vacuum this up. Check it out. So I noticed there's a couple dents down in here, like it got kicked or something. I'm gonna see if I can take the front of this thing apart and maybe we can get these out, because what I was just gonna mask it all off and paint it right on there, but maybe we can do better. I couldn't find a good way to get in there, so I think we're gonna try a little bit of PDR, a little paintless dent removal. Is it gonna work? Maybe. Is it stupid to try? Definitely not. But it's copper, so it's pretty soft, or brass, or whatever the hell it is. Yeah, it's working. Working a little bit. Nice and gentle. A little bit here, a little bit there. Yeah, that actually worked really well. Cool. I mean, that's not perfect, but whatever. I'm gonna go through and give it the once over, get it all masked up. Once I'm there, I'll show you what we got. We are all masked off. The floor is protected. I hit that with a little bit of can of compressed air just to make sure all the dust was gone. And we're ready to go. I'm gonna go mix this thing up in the garage with the little paint thingy. And then we're gonna get on it. All right, we're gonna let that flash for a minute and then we'll hit it one more time and I'm gonna trip over tools and we'll go from there. But those dents came out pretty good, man. Check it out. Not too shabby. You know, it's always important to have adequate filtering and ventilation when painting indoors. I have this high efficiency unit. You guys should check it out. Totally affordable. Hell, you could probably make it on your own. We got that little guy that feeds into that little guy, and it's going outside, so no harm, no foul, right? Anyway, I got about 2 more minutes on this while it's flashing out, and I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this, pull off all the tape, and I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. It's gonna be sexy. All right, man, check it out. That's pretty okay. Dents came out nicely. I got some trim pieces that I'm gonna finish painting here. And I guess this thing's in the shop for the time being, so this is your content, man. Check it out. Let me turn this on for you guys so you can check out the sparkles. There you go. There's the metal flakies. So the trim's really going to set this thing off, so I'm going to figure that out and get painting on that. Mixing up a little bit of Kansas City teal. Dude, I hate GoPro batteries so much. Like, you can convict me of a hate crime for batteries because they're terrible. They're so terrible. They shut down at 40%. I don't understand it. Whatever. Kansas City teal, ChromaFlow, hardener, scuffed, taped mask over here. This is Gertrude, by the way. Call her Gertie. Dirty Gertie. Why did we name her that? I don't know. Oh, we named her that because of the movie Overboard with Kurt Russell. Like his best friend Billy.
Hi, Dee. Let's go on in.
Go back to bed, Gertie.
If you're gonna treat me like that, I'm going home.
Why did we do that? I don't know. That's a wife question. Ask her yourself. Dude, hold on a second. You gotta check this out, dude. This is cool. You know that cheap chrome stripping that you get at the auto store to make your car look terrible? Well, works really good on jukeboxes. Check this out. It used to be chipped, and now it's not. How about that? Dude, I'm so sick of iPhones and their stupid noises. Alright, that looks cool. Let's go ahead and cut that bad boy off. That is a straight down cut. Excellent. Come on. There you go. Bam. Dude, check that out. And then we close it. Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna have to find some thicker stuff for this. And you know, the cool thing is instead of being totally flat, it's got a little bit of like a crown in it. So it just makes it look even cooler. We could probably do this stuff up here, but I don't think we need to do that just yet. We got to find the right size trim, but that's cool hack, dude. All right, couple more things. Check this out. Those strips were brown, and now they are not. And I went ahead and I pulled the whole title card assembly out. Got the title cards off to the side. And I think we're gonna hit this guy with a little bit of imitation gold, and then this one too. And it'll just be very minutely visible, but you'll see it. And then I'll come back once we can figure out how to get these guys out, and we'll probably hit those with a robin's egg. Going for that like super retro 50s car interior, 60s car interior kind of color theme. Man, I wish I knew how to paint houndstooth. That would be cool. Anyway, that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. So I'm gonna get on after it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this layer and then hit the second one, and watching me paint is like watching paint dry. So I'm just gonna go ahead and zip ahead and get my shit done. My stuff done. Welcome to Pandora's Jukebox. Man, did we get into it. Check this out. We have this whole assembly taken apart. We're cleaning glass. We painted our back sheets for our title cards. We're painting the trim pieces. This thing's gonna look brand new. right, this is totally turning into a super fun project. So check this out, here's where we're at. I got the glass out, right? So I was able to paint all this trim. So that's super cool. Now, right here inside this Kansas City teal blue piece, there's an aluminum piece that goes in there, and that's supposed to light up too. And here's that aluminum piece. And inside that aluminum piece, we have these busted looking little plastic thingies. And I'm missing the center section, but since we're updating the look, we're gonna update that too. So I went to the auto store and I bought some license plate film, and I'm cutting it down right now, and we'll have that up behind this, so it'll have that red glow, which will match the buttons, which will match our little afterburner accent lights here. So that's super cool. Aside from that, I have some of this vinyl. Now don't shriek out there, it's cool vinyl. It's like tiny little hand-turned silver vinyl. I'm gonna use that for the outside of this, so you'll see just a little bit coming up here. And the reason that we're doing that is there's a couple pieces that go around here, the surround for that, which are these, and they're looking a little rough, but I do like the silver look. So I'm gonna wrap those in the vinyl as well, so those two accent pieces will you know, play off of each other. And then when I was at the store too, that little piece of chrome trim, well, I got us some more, but a little bit thicker. What did we get? We got, what size did we get? 3/4 of an inch, which is a little bit bigger than we needed, but that's cool. We're gonna roll with it. So I'm gonna show you some cool stuff here in just a minute, so stick around, check it out. Even white boys gotta shout. Now in a couple minutes, I'm gonna go and grab a heat gun, and I'm gonna heat up all the adhesive on all this stuff so it sticks really well for a long time. Who knows, maybe another 60 years. And if somebody gets the ambition to open this thing up and check it out, maybe they'll appreciate what I did. But it's gonna be cool. Can't wait to show you. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish knocking this out, get it heated up, and I'll get back with you in a second. Dude. Let me get a flashlight going here for you. There we go. All right, check this out. Wet paint, wet paint. Oh, look at that. You don't see a whole bunch of that that engine turn vinyl, but just enough. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and cover these pieces, which are right here. We're gonna get those vinyled up. Are we ready for install? Ooh, we are dry enough for install. Cool. We'll put this thing back together now. The glass up on top, probably not ready yet, but that's okay. By the time we're done doing what we're doing right now, it'll be good to go. Man, this is coming together so nicely. I can't wait to show you guys the final product. But check this out. One of these is done, one of them is not. Not and done. Before and after. This thing is gonna be cool. This turned out really nice. Has these clips to hold it in place. I mean, it's nothing big. It's actually pretty thin material. We're missing a couple, so let's go see if we can fabric cobble something in the garage. Track with me here. We'll go up there. So this is the clip, right? It's springy. This is a clip also, but this is from my toolbox. But it seems like it's about the right length, and if I cut it in half, it'll be the right width. It's got these little punch throughs on there to hold it to the felt walls of the toolbox tray. This is for the Kennedy toolboxes, where you put your dividers in and it holds it in place with spring tension, thus the spring part. So we're gonna give that a shot and see what we can do. So look over here, no, over here. I know these guys work. OG, me G. Cool. Let's see if this works. If it works, is it stupid? Nope. Nope. Noise. Hold on. Got dessert coming too. So I did order one of those old school label makers so that let's see, there's a spring on there. There we go. And then this goes right there. Yeah, OG label maker, so we can redo all those. They'll work for now, but we can do better, and we will. Oh, this is gonna be pretty sweet. Now, obviously, the glass is not in this yet, but what do we got going on here? Right there. There you go. What is that? It's dirt. Oh man, we're just gonna go ahead and go for complete assembly right now. Let's do that. Cool. Aside from some accent striping and putting the glass in, check out what we got here, man. Tell me that thing isn't sexy. All right, this is probably one of like the coolest parts of this whole thing. Come check this out. I just redid all this chrome. Look at how much better that looks with a little bit of this. So now we have the very last one, and you guys get to check it out with me. Super cool. Right about there, and right about there. Now this is 3/4 when I could have used 5/8. But I'm digging it, man. It's got a little overhang, but you can't even tell. This looks like it was meant to be. All right, so before I go ahead and do all that, I'm gonna go ahead and snip this to the length or close to it. That should work. I think so. And our cut's right here. We'll rock that up. And this cut's right here. Alright, now I don't want to cut into nothing and I don't want to break glass. So I'm going to give a little cushion for the pushing. Speaking of that, with the way this jukebox is going to come out, better be some cushion for the pushing. There you go. Oh, there's a little piece of backing tape in there. But, ta-da! Let me plug this thing in so you can check it out. Due to copyright infringement laws, we will not be playing any music today. We will just be checking it out. Man, that taillight tape was perfect. Check it out. So quick little recap here. If you watched the previous videos, you saw how terrible this thing was. If you threw up in a dive bar in the 70s, that's what this thing looked like. That's what this thing smelled like. And it's undergone a complete transformation. The side panels that we did the metal flake on, as you saw in the previous video from 2 years ago, peeled all that veneer off, flaked it. Today what we accomplished was we reconditioned our copper grills. We did some paint and trim work all here on the inside. We redid all of our lighting in here with some license plate tape. redid our chrome with some auto parts store chrome, and changed the color combo up. Got some spun silver on there. I would have to say we did a good job. Not only did we do a good job, but you did a good job because you kept watching, and that means something to me. We're growing, not as much as I would like us to grow, but we're getting there. And I just want to say thank you to all you guys for making that happen. And you know, personally, when I watch the YouTube and channels and everybody says, oh, like, subscribe, share, all that, like, well, it's true, it helps. It sounds stupid and it makes you sound like everybody else and you sound cheesy and you don't sound genuine, but that's how you play the game. I don't make the rules. I'm just here for you guys. I like doing this stuff, whether you watch it or not. It's super cool, and I'm leaving a legacy for grandbabies. So, Raiden. Anyway, hope you liked it. Dig it. I dig it. She digs it. You dig it. Dig it.